Welcome back. We are talking about road safety with Owuor Otet, and that clip right there is a clip that really resonated with me. That thing of victims of silence. You're in a PSV, it's being driven with by a madman, you're okay with it. You're quiet. And you're quiet until something happens. And then you hear stories. We are good at finding those eyewitnesses who say, oh, na huyu driver alianza hii tabia hata tukiwa Kitale, sasa we have had an accident in Naivasha or in Nairobi. What do you tell people? Or
when people now decide to call me and tell me this driver is reckless, you are voicing out to Owuor Otet, who is probably somewhere in the comfort of his home, the comfort of his daily schedule. You are in the risk, the front line of that crash. So what do I want to tell you people? Your lives are involved. Probably I'm not there, but your lives are involved. Do not be a victim of silence. You see, people have been quiet until a crash happens. Then we want to look at eyewitnesses. What happened? What happened? What happened? Every eyewitness has their own side of story. But at that time, human lives have been lost. So each and every viewer, please, I ask you to speak up. But you see, whatever you see in that clip relates to what the government is and the authorities are. I've never seen a crash happen and then mandated authorities, people like Kenha, people like NTSA, people like Traffic Police Department, the Minister of Transport come out to give a public address. If a gunman decides to shoot people in the streets, then it will be a national security thing and everybody will be out, everybody will be speaking, we will see security speak. Mr. Kones, if the health department, especially on emergency and casualties, would decide to speak,
yes,
would be shocked and we will call road carnage a national disaster in this country. Just go to Kenyatta Hospital, emergency section. Be there for about an hour or two. The number of emergencies and accident crash victims that are brought will shock you. If they are given an opportunity, a spokesman comes out to speak, just from the Kenyatta Hospital only emergency and casualty department, they tell you the number of crash victims they meet. If paramedics working in these ambulances will be given opportunity to speak, then the Ministry of Transport will awake. If you look at a country like Jamaica, the Prime Minister, he does short clips, 3 minutes probably, talk on road safety, and is ran on national television. The Prime Minister is the topmost for them. It's like our beloved president coming to tell you people, speed kills. You are in that car alone, the decisions you make have consequences. And probably say, I as the president of Kenya, whoever does this has to face the law. You see, he's the commander-in-chief, so once he decrees, all uniformed officers have to obey. Do
you think it would be helpful?
It would be very much helpful.
I wonder, do you think clips like this would be helpful? Because, you know, many of us drive. We've never seen many of us have not been at the scene of an accident. Some have, and, you know, perhaps, you know, there are countries where you have people who, when they are going through driving school, part of their driving school curriculum involves clips of road accidents, involves visits to hospitals, especially to trauma centers, so that you can know that it's not just death. This thing could completely change your life for good. You could be crippled, You know, you could be otherwise maimed or disabled in one way or another, or disfigured for the rest of your life. And in Kenya I think the police came out and put those empty shells of vehicles. Some of them you can't really tell what has happened, but bondeka kidogo, and it did shock some people, but was it enough?
They got used to it. Most people keep on crying when I post the reality how it is, and they tell me, you need to blur them. If I blur, then you miss to see what I wanted you to see. So I give it as it is. And you hear people comment on social media and they say, I'm nowadays a better driver because I read your posts. But that is me. I'm nobody in Kenya. I'm just an ordinary citizen.
Yeah.
I'm not part of the government. If one person brings in such impact, and then tomorrow we have the director at NTSA, the MD comes and says, we are going to be live on social media. You know, not everybody can afford TV. Or if they have, they're out there in their daily hustles. So they only carry their phones. So when you come live, you find that you would reach up to 3,000 views. Those are people listening. So let's say the president goes live, not a TV address. He develops a program to just come live and decide, for 10 minutes, I am coming to speak about road safety. Many people will articulate many issues, but this time his focus is on, Mai Mahiu has killed a lot of people. What we need to do as a nation. And then he just says, drivers, watch your speeds. You are in control of that vehicle. And that is his message for road safety. It helps. When the top leadership speaks about it, then you realize it is a concern.
It helps. Because we see things like this on the road. There's a clip there I just want us to play and look at of a bus. And it's ordinary day driving. How we drive.
That's a continuous yellow line. Did you see where that van parked?
Yes.
At the start of the barrier. The road says, do not park.
Yes. And people are all overtaking across a continuous yellow line.
And the road is barriered. And those are human lives, huh? Aha, look at our professional drivers.
Yeah. What does it say about us? These are guys who maybe went to driving school.
They all have driving licenses. They all went to driving schools.
Yeah. Who know what a continuous yellow line is.
They know. And you know, in the event of oncoming traffic there is no way to escape. You run into the barrier. So you only wait for a beautiful head-on collision to happen.
And yet we say we only make differences if there was a policeman.
Okay, look at that clip. Huh?
Yes.
Behind that lorry parked on the left,
yes,
there's a vehicle that rolled. You see it?
Yes, there's a vehicle that rolled. Yes.
So it's not even been taken off, meaning it's not even long ago. And yet, other people are still coming, doing stunts, pulling stunts. Yeah. Then this is now the biggest national disaster in the country. Nobody will show you that, but they will show you how the flight is coming in with vaccines, and then how we are going to store them at Kitengela.
Yeah.
And at that time, our family has been eradicated on the face of the earth, and nobody is speaking about it.
And we didn't even we didn't see clips of the scene of accidents.
Nobody. You
know, it's also good to have a study so that we know, was it road terrain? You know, for aircrafts, it's interesting you mentioned the, aircrafts. But when an aircraft crashes, we have an accident investigation team. They go into the whys, you know?
All possible, they exhaust.
Yes, they exhaust all possible scenarios, including looking at what can we do and give solutions. What can we do in future to ensure that this never happens again? And that is what has made air safety what it is. That they can tell you that in air safety, 9 out of 10 times, you will fly and arrive
Safe.
safely. 9 out of 10.
However bad the climate will be, 9 out of 10 we give you assurance you will arrive.
You will
safely.
arrive safely. When it comes to the road, we are at maybe 40, 60 or even less in some roads in Kenya.
We are at 22.
That's
Don't give it anything close to 50. We are still very
Yeah,
far.
maybe, yeah. But in the beginning, it's already a 50-50, which is already bad. Even a 50-50 scenario is already half a chance that I might not get there.
I was engaging some guys on a hashtag in Canada 2
Yes.
weeks ago on road safety. Netherlands, Denmark. These are countries that when one person dies on the road,
Yes. Everything shuts down.
for the next 10 coming months, they want to find out how, why
Yes.
why did it have to happen?
Yeah.
But for us, a whole family over the weekend has been eradicated.
And it's okay. And it's okay. It's yeah. Why is it okay? See, that's what I'm asking. Is there any way you and your guys can have a push for an accident investigation authority board of some sort? You know, we have NTSA, that's fine. They are doing their licenses, they are doing whatever they're doing. But we don't seem to have, and we thought that when we got speed governors, that they said that these things have recorders. Oh, they record speed. When when a vehicle has an accident, we are going to remove that one from there and look at it. You know, even making measures like providing allocations for cheap and affordable
Speed
video
Dashboard
recording
cameras.
devices. Yes, dashboard cameras to all vehicles.
I have a dashboard camera.
So that in the event of an accident, we just pull out your footage
I have a dashboard camera.
and just find out what
It's-
happened.
It's about 12,000 Kenya shillings.
You know,
It records for about 5 hours. That's a long drive.
it's a long drive, yes.
The government is in a position because nowadays we have Wi-Fi. They would just allow somebody innovate something planted on all cars so that in the event of a crash, we can know which vehicles were there. And then they download, probably it's sent to the cloud and they download all the things that happened from the
Yeah.
vehicles that were around there. And then they watch and review and say, this was human error. This was avoidable. This was who and who.
Yes.
They are the ones who did this. Let me tell you, I have a certificate in motor vehicle accident and crash investigation. That is why my analysis is always different. Most people think we just come on social media to talk. No. But our society is a man-eats-man society. When somebody sees you have such kind of certificates, they also want to have it, not to do the job, but to get the job. If we can have an investigation team, we will be in a position to analyze and realize in Kenya, accidents are more of behavioral cost. In Kenya, it is the road designs.
Yeah.
In Kenya, it is human.
And we can even define, because I think by definition, an accident should be something unavoidable.
It should be
If
a
it's avoidable,
surprise.
it
You
is not
can't
an
avoid
accident. It is now a man-made calamity.
It is a crash.
Yes.
How many times in your lifetime have you heard of crashes on Maimayu?
Not as many as compared to the A104 side.
104 is more dangerous.
Yes. But
Let-
my Maimayu
let's-
by construction should be more dangerous.
Let us go and look
It's-
at Delamere.
Yes.
Delamere is a straight stretch. But no week will go without a head-on collision. You are driving at the Delamere stretch towards Gilgil. People are dangerously overtaking. It's allowed because there's a broken line. But they see oncoming traffic and still insist on overtaking. When you're trying to veer off for them to get back, somebody is overtaking you on the left.
They do that all the time.
So you have one on the left, one on the right. You are at the center of it all. There is oncoming traffic. You really want to save this life and these passengers. What do? You stop, someone was tailgating you. they rear-arm you. Naivasha has no engineering problem on the road. It is human factors. If Kenha can go and do a beautiful documentary about that stretch, it's less than 5 minutes. Bring it on media. Educate people. If the government can take, my Mayu is 21 kilometer stretch from the junction down to the town.
Yes.
Just come as a mandated authority, do a documentary, tell us the type of hazards that are on that road for permanently. Tell us the temporary hazards. Tell us the hazards that are caused by human beings. There is a motorcycle rider who rode from my Mahiu, and then he's on his lane, and trucks ferrying sand are flashing lights so that he gets off the road. But where does he get to? My Mayu is done on an escarpment. So if he goes on this other side, he falls into the escarpment. If he moves to the left side, which because is coming up, he runs into the stones. And the driver, and you see the comments, they tell you, toa nyama kwa barabara bwana, hiyo ni FSR. The FSR is not driving itself. We need good education.
There's somebody behind the wheel.
We
Definitely.
need good education for this person. 2, we need good enforcement. This is all on camera. You can see the number plates. We even see parastatals. We see GK drivers who misbehave. Social media has really helped, because when it is out on social media there, it reaches the bosses and it's like now a matter of concern because you are shaming us. Now they want to talk. If the government can come out with good structures of investigating crashes, creating awareness. You know, out of investigation, you can come up with a very good content, like a 2-minute video to educate the masses.
Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
When we do these clips that are to advertise and create awareness, don't bring comedians. Don't. If you bring a comedian, they see road safety as comedy. We need to see people like Kones in an advert telling us about road safety. And then we start asking why. We come, we find that a series of shows in one year held on road safety, so he knows what he's doing. We need to see a policeman talk to us about road safety. We need to see a paramedic talk to us about road safety. We need to see a driver, probably a truck driver, talking to us the reality on the road. We need to see new faces we've not seen before. If we bring musicians to talk about road safety, they will reach many people, which is very good. But will the people take the message home? Will
they? We are running out of time, or war. What would be your message to guys who are watching us this morning? We've showed quite a number of clips. Maybe we even shocked some people, but to that driver, yeah?
The reality on the road is very sad.
Yeah, and somebody's asking me about accidents, and what procedure do you follow at an accident scene, and who do you call?
One,
before you finish, yes.
You've met a crash. One, park off the shoulder of the road. It's about your safety first. Assess the situation. That is number 2. If you can secure the crash scene, secure it. How? Probably have someone help you stop traffic at a far. When it is controlled, it is more safer. 3, call emergency services. Call emergency services.
Through what number? People always wonder.
We have Kenya Red Cross. We have St. John's. You can call 999. That is the easiest. It goes to the Command Emergency Center.
People are skeptical. Does it work?
Yeah, it works. It goes to the command center. It's free. Then they will ask you and gather as much as intelligence as they can. Then they will know which emergency response team to send. Probably they would send a fire truck. They will send an ambulance. and then be at the scene until the paramedics arrive, brief them on the history, then call police. Police is the last person to be called at the scene.
Yeah, because they're just coming to write the report and stuff.
Yes.
We always start with call police, though.
No, we should start with
We
the
start with call
emergency.
police. We say, wapi, Jamaica police. We have 2 minutes. Please speak to that person who's watching you, who's a driver. What's your message to them this morning?
Many will still perish on our roads because of the carelessness that we continue to see. But all this perishing, all this pain, all these broken bones, all these cut skins and blood we see, they are avoidable. Just decide to be that one responsible road user. When you drive at 120, this is what my uncle, Bwana Omondi, keeps telling me. If you are driving from Nakuru to Nairobi, hata ukikanyaga gari fike 120, in a span of about 30 meters, unarudi kwa 40. Because the users are many. So you speed to overtake and you rush to slow down. Be a responsible driver. Guys, don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. I know the money is yours. Pombe ni yako, gari ni yako, mafuta ni yako. But I want you to do it responsibly.
Mwili ni yako.
Mwili ni yako, uchungu ikikuja ni wewe utasikia. So, hata kifo ni yako, watakuzika kwa landi yako. But I care about you. Mr. Kones really cares about you. That is why it's not even a festive season, but he has allowed you to have this conversation. Share the message of road safety out there. Not because Kones spoke about it, not because Owero Tet is speaking about it, because it involves your life.
It does.
Thank you.
Quickly, on social media, tupata wapi mambo ya road safety?
On Facebook, you can find me at Owero Tet. I have a Facebook page called Road Safety and Safe Driving Practices. There is also a Road Safety and Safe Driving Practices group. Find me on Twitter at road_driving. I have a YouTube channel, and today I even released a video on high-speed reversing skills. These are things that you guys need to know. So you find me on social media. On YouTube, it is Road Safety and Safe Driving Practices. Instagram, it is Owero Tet. And my number is out there on Facebook page. So I don't give it here, but you can find it on my Facebook.
Right. Thanks so much, Owero Tet, for joining us this morning. The road safety message continues to be spoken about, especially on this forum. We will continue to talk about it. Doesn't matter the season or the circumstance. Be safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a wonderful day. This is 59 Minutes.